believe I'll see you soon. I look forward to it. Thank you, man. It's a very short list, active coaches with a national championship, and the guy on the far right was working with us until just a couple of, well, it's been a month or so now. Mac Brown there at Carolina. Jimbo, of course, got his at Florida State. Nick's got 6, and now Dabo's got a pair, and Dabo kind enough to join us after a victory, Coach. And Dabo, this is the second time you and I have had a chance to do this. This one, in your wildest dreams, I can't fathom you could have envisioned a win that was this thorough, as well prepared as you were, as good as you are, as well coached and all the rest. To win like this, was it surprising?
Well, I mean, I think the way the score finally got away, it wasn't surprising, but we felt like we had the better team, and we felt like we had great preparation, and our guys were focused on trying not just to win the game, but to leave no doubt. That was our goal coming into it, to attack from the opening snap and to set the tone early. And we knew that they were a great champion, and we were going to have to knock them out. You know, a draw is going to the champion. And so I'm proud of our guys, their readiness, and their undeniable will to win that you saw tonight.
Alabama was 14-0, so were you. And there was a lot of talk about them and maybe them being the best they've ever been. And I know every coach loves to give his guys a little bit of fuel. And in the quiet moments away from us, how much did you let your guys know how much conversation there was about them that wasn't about you?
Yeah, y'all made my job easy because
don't act like I did it.
Yeah, all y'all
I know.
made my job easy because, you know, and listen, Alabama, first of all, has earned everything they've gotten. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But our team won 13 out of 15 games by 20 points or more. And we play an incredibly tough league. You know, I know everybody wants to not admit that, but the ACC, you know, is a very strong league, and that prepares us. And then how we practice every day, and all you got to do is look at our postseason to understand that. But yeah, there was a lot of talk. Our seniors, I mean, we had an unbelievable group, and their goal was to be the best ever, and to be the first team to go 15-0. And not only did we do it, we beat Notre Dame and Alabama to do it, and we left no doubt. And so it wasn't a 1 second on the clock type of a game or anything like that. It was a dominating performance by our players, and you got to give them credit because, you know, Alabama never loses a game like that. But sometimes there's just certain things you can't prepare for, and I think our guys' will to win and their vision of what they had and how they wanted to win was very evident tonight.
There'll be a lot of talk about the freshman quarterback, and there should be, and a lot of the great skill position players. But, Dabo, I want to ask you about the guys up front. We had Christian Wilkins. And, by the way, the young man, he gave you a wet willy, which I told him was horribly disrespectful to do. but those seniors up front on the offensive and defensive lines, amazing. Dabo, they owned the line of scrimmage this evening. How much appreciation do you have for the tone that both those senior-laden groups established tonight?
Yeah, well, you can't beat Alabama, number one, if you can't match up in the trenches, and then you got to make plays. I mean, they contest everything, and so you've got to make plays. And we didn't run the ball great. We kind of finally got it going. I think that was a 10-minute and 2-second drive to end the game there. But the trenches got some pressure on Tua. He threw it to us. We made we had a couple big turnovers. But how about our offensive line? We had no sacks.
I know it.
0 sacks against, you know, a lot of people said, you know, one of the best Alabama teams ever. And for our offensive line to step up, we didn't play great against these guys last year. And for them to step up and protect this quarterback, and for Trevor to process things, get rid of the ball. Alabama throws a lot at you. Our receivers made some unbelievable plays. But that's the only way. You're not going to beat Alabama if you don't make those plays.
For most of my career, I've done a lot of golf, okay? And you might win a major championship where you have a great week. And it's never dismissed as being a fluke, but it was your week. But when you win a second major, Dabo, that changes the way you're viewed in the locker room, because now you're really doing some things. So you add a second title in a really short window. So for you and for your program, what does tonight say about the trajectory of your program and where it remains?
Well, listen, I know we're just Clemson and we're not supposed to be here. Not many people saw this coming 10 years ago, but, we won our second national championship in 3 years and did it in convincing fashion. But really, to be honest with you, we've been an incredibly consistent program for the last 8 or 9 years.
Yep.
And so this is just part of our journey. It was our night tonight. It was our year this year. And we're going to enjoy it. Man, this is a special blessing to be able to have an opportunity to experience something like this once, let alone to get a chance to do it twice. But I think the biggest thing is it just says that, we have a great program year in and year out. And I think if you look beyond just what happened on the field and you see Christian Wilkins win the Campbell Trophy, you see us have a school record 66 guys with a 3.0. We won the AFCA Academic Award. We've been top 10 academically 8 out of 10 seasons. Just our consistency, that's what I'm proud of. My goal is not to win the national championship every year. That's not even on our board. That's a byproduct of what can happen. And when you get a group of young and talented people to buy into what you're trying to do. So I'm thankful that we have a program that people recognize as one of the best programs in the country. Alabama it's amazing what they've been able to do. But tonight was our night.
Yep.
And again, it was our year. And these guys deserve all the credit. This senior group was special, and they're definitely the best ever. There's no doubt about that.
Well, I said last night on this show that win or lose, you guys had already won because I believe that you had already established yourself right now in this window as side by side with Alabama. And tonight, as you said a number of times correctly, you didn't just win, you left no doubt. You ought to be awfully proud of what you and your young men have done, and I certainly appreciate your time. Congratulations and continued success.
No, I appreciate it. To God be the glory. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dabo. Dabo, tag with him. I like that. I'm going to save this. Can I have this? Not this. And this is no shock. I don't know what time the bars close down there in Clemson. I would imagine the local jurisdictions would probably bend the rules just a little bit there at the filling station and throughout the jurisdiction.